Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You Get Off My Lawn, aka Kris, you're being creepy again. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and just about everything under the sun, meaning no topics are barred. So if you want to keep the conversation in the realm of painting and wargaming and all that, feel free to ask your questions in the chat, whichever direction it might be in for you, depending on what platform you're on. And of course, if you want to submit pictures and such, you can send them to Kris@wayofthebrush.com. If you're going to send pictures, send them attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites, because it's just annoying and I won't do it. If you need help, or you want to show off what you're working on, whatever it is, I am welcome any and all. Of course, you can also use the hashtag WayOfTheBrush if you're on the Instagram side of things, although I usually don't really critique pieces on Instagram. Basically, if you really kind of want a critiquing, that's why I encourage the emails, because that way I can be a little bit more in depth and, yeah. And it's basically you saying, what do you think? That's the whole point. You'll also find a link for it in the description below, as well as a link to wayofthebrush.com. Central hub of all this silliness has the links to all the social medias, as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling 24/7 there. And so feel free to join us there. Just one rule, don't be a dick. That's the only rule of my Discord, is don't be a dick. It's pretty broad rule, but I think it sums up the general gist of things. Also, you'll find a link for t-shirts. Want to get yourself a t-shirt? Look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world? They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at wayofthebrush.com. And of course, you'll find a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel just would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do, which is educate, inform, and sometimes entertain. So a huge thank you to all my patrons. There's various tiers of support, so click whatever makes sense to you, and there's perks associated with it, and blah, 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 right? So huge thank you to everybody who does. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, ringing the bell, all that stuff, all the interactions with the video help tremendously as well. And all it takes is a couple clicks of a button, and you're helping me out a great deal. So a huge thank you to everybody who does that as well. Feel free. Go ahead. Just smash the keyboard. Just smash the keyboard. Just hit all the buttons. This is how I type, by the way. Like full on palms down. That's how I type. And amazingly enough, I'm coherent. More coherent than some. Big thank you to Carl, Guymere Alfer, Beer and Blood Bowl. It's his YouTube channel. Check him out. You love yourself some beer. You love yourself some Blood Bowl. Beer and Blood Bowl's where it's at. We always take the time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for creating the outro music, or for creating the email jingles that play at the beginning of the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. And so always much love to my baby bro Evan, just for being, really awesome guy. I probably don't say that enough, but he's an awesome guy. Anyway, both my brothers are, and my sisters. They're all, the whole family. It's just fucking great. It's just warm hugs all around. If you're into rare comics, EB Comics. It's in the description below. If you're into rare. If you're not, well then don't click it. Don't, for God's sakes, don't click it. But if you are, click it. But if you're not, I dare you. So, we are continuing our giveaways this month. This is week 4. Is this week 4? Yeah, I think this is week 4. I think I labeled this week 4. Did I even properly label this show? You'd think that I have all the time in the world, and yet I still managed to muck that up. Yeah, it's week 4. Week 4. Giveaways. What are we giving away? We are going to do the draw in the description below if you're watching on YouTube, and of course I'll post the link right now in so that everybody on Twitch as well can see this. You click that link, you put your name in a blank spot. Don't move anybody's names. Do not. Okay? Find a spot anywhere you want. Put your name in. Okay? If you have to be here live to win, what are we giving away? We are giving away. These giveaways might continue on. I don't know. Maybe I'll save it for September. We'll do some more giveaways. I don't know. But I only have 2 blisters left. Okay? I have the Space Wolf, Wolf Priest Classic Games Day Mini from 03. Giving him away. He's pewter, by the way. I know some of you kids are like, pewter? What's pewter? Yeah, he's pewter. He's metal. He's old school metal. And I also have Archeon on foot from Warhammer Fantasy, when it used to be Fantasy. Now it's Age of Sigmar. I don't know if he has an on foot version, but currently. But anyway, he's from Games Day 04. So there we go. Archeon on foot, Space Wolf. All the other blisters are on their ways to new homes, and so yeah. Oi, jeez Louise. Andun Cull. Welcome. Oh, that's gone. Thank you for the subscribe. Andun Cull? Is that like Krull? Yeah, the name's a nightmare. I'm not gonna lie, the name's a nightmare. So we're doing that. Click the link in the description. It'll take you off to the Google Doc. Find a spot to put your name in, and yeah, I gotta make sure that no shenanigans are afoot. Okay. Is the link working for everybody? I don't even know if it is. Should be. I made it public. Right? Yes. So put your name in. Then we go over to random.org. I click the button 3 times, and on the 3rd try, we accept that result, and that's who wins. So you got to be here to win, because once I click that name, and if you are patrons, those names already there are patrons. So don't move them. Don't delete them. Don't do anything to their names and placements. Just find a spot. Don't worry. It's random. So, I mean, it's a draw, right? Then you got to be here, because I'm going to ask if you're here. That's how this is going to work, okay? If you want a free model. And, I mean, Archeon on foot, as far as I know, he's a rare model. The old Wolf Priest, Duder, he's an old model. Classic, man. Even if you just want to hang on to him. I don't know. I honestly don't really care what you do with it. Can hold them in your bum cheeks for all I know. Also today, I want to talk a little bit about, obviously the hype is generating and building for Warhammerplus, and had the opportunity to watch the first episode. Everybody got to watch the episode today. Old Bale. And yeah, I want to talk a little bit more of that in a moment, but I want to get to some of these comments here. Evan Belleau's up, everybody. Sup? Sir Peanut Butter, morning, Kris and Peeps, morning. Nathaniel, greetings, Kris and fellow monkey, greetings. Hail Bob, hail. Mr. Boop. Adun Cull, great mustache, man, like this hero of the Civil War, the Red Commander Vasily Chepev? I'm not familiar with who that is, but I'll take that as a compliment. I mean, he just followed, so I mean, unless of course he's intending on throwing jabs my way all the time, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm not familiar with that person, so I'll assume it's a good thing. Unless of course he was Confederate, then it's kind of I don't know. Disco, morning, Kris, morning. Kim, hello guys, hello. Hail Bob, currently no. In fantasy, yes. Oh, okay. Fire Drake, hello peoples, hello. Nathaniel, will grind the pewter and snort a line every metal trip. Oof. That's a bold claim. That's a bold claim. Grind up the pewter and just give it a good old snort. Just do rails. Adun. And I have both of these miniatures. Those are good times. It is difficult to collect and paint metal. There were no children. Everything was hardcore. There were children. Because, I mean, like, when I got started in this hobby, I mean, shit, the models were still lead. I have a Great Unclean one. The old school Great Unclean one. He's lead. I can cave in a windshield with that thing, and not that I encourage that sort of thing, but yeah, it's still lead, and yeah. But anyway, yeah, metal models, man, like, you know, sometimes I do get a little bit nostalgic for metal models, but then I remember, okay, well, what if I wanted to convert it? And oh, what a pain in the ass that was. Converting metal models, sawing your way through carefully, filing, you have to always pin. And then, of course, the model, as you start adding more and more bits to it, gets heavier and heavier, and oh my gosh, yeah. So, you know, again, I sort of get nostalgic, but then that quickly tapers off because the new plastic models, you know what I mean? Like like you look at some of the Age of Sigmar stuff, and they're like floating in the air, and they're like the one guy's holding the other character on his hand, and you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't get that in the pewter sculpts. They would have to have like all these supporting mechanisms in place because the model would just be too heavy, right? Whereas at least with styrene plastic, you could go anywhere with that material, you know what I mean? Because it's so light and it's not fine cast, and so even resin can even be problematic, just because well, shit. I mean, even in warm days, if you left your models in the car, you probably get some good warpage going on your models. So, yeah. A dude, Vasily Chapev is the hero of many communist songs, legendary Soviet hero. He is, but he's very cool. He died, but he was cool. He died, but he was cool. Did he die in a cool fashion? was he like, this is a good day to die kind of thing? Because, there's some good words to live by. So, yeah, watching old Bale on the Warhammerplus. Now, I've talked about this in previous episodes. Warhammerplus is not a hard sell for me. I've been, into the Games Workshop side of this hobby for a long time. It's been very, very influential on a lot of my effort. And, this is the kind of thing that I've been waiting for quite some time. Animated shows, movies, and, these things. And so I'm looking forward to it. And really, the animations are, they're the big attractor for this service. But honestly, I mean, for the price that they're offering, at least in Canadian, that's what I would expect to pay for a character or, a box of models. And you get a free model. So I'm okay with paying a yearly subscription for the model and all the pluses, right? Warhammerplus, I just got it. No. So, I mean, like, it's not a hard sell for me. I was in. As soon as they said it, yeah, I was in. Does that make me a big fanboy? Maybe. But I was going to do it anyway. And honestly, I really kind of avoid a lot of conversations with people trying to tell me how to spend my dollar and where it should go and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I mean, it's just like their opinion, man. And, yeah. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you're doing, I am going to get Warhammerplus. I got to watch old Bale, as everybody else did today. Give it a watch. It's a lot of fun. The animation style in it, I like the animation style in it. It's a bit like, almost like, I don't want to say like anime, because there are kind of like a moment or two in it that felt like an anime type of moment, but, not really. I liked how it was all brought together, kind of feeling a bit like a comic book, which what this really kind of felt like was like a comic book brought to life. The voice acting, fantastic. The music choice, holy crap, I love the music choice in this episode. The music, if for some of you old cats out there, you might remember a game called Final Liberation, which was Imperial Guard versus Orcs. It was a big campaign for this planet. I can't even remember what the planet was called, but anyway, Final Liberation was a computer game way back in the day, done by SSI, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a fun game. You know, it was common to their strategy type games, but the music soundtrack in that game was just a lot of fun. It was this kind of 80s metal kind of sound to it, and I liked that this episode kind of had that vibe to it with the music. It kind of has a bit of a heavy metal soundtrack to it, and I dig it. I'm in. Now, from what I understand, this Hammer and Bolter series, I think that's what the series is called, Hammer Bolter. It's an anthology. So I think Old Bale, I think it's a standalone episode. I don't know if we'll get more, because I don't think really the story of Yark and Gazgal, spoiler, really kind of goes any further as far as like how the whole thing has played out. I don't think there's been many stories about it. But anyway, yeah, the episode was a lot of fun. You know, it's a good 20 some minutes long. I think it's like 22 minutes, 23 minutes, somewhere around there. It's a 20-minute episode. It's the, you know, you can tell that this was the kind of thing that was a passion project for the animators and the people who created it. It's probably like a very small team who did this, and then they, you know, get the voice actors, get the soundtrack right, you know, get the music going. I don't even know who made that music. You know what? I didn't even watch the credits. I probably should have watched the credits. I didn't even watch the credits. Was there credits at the end of the episode? There had to have been. Somebody who's watched it, tell me, is there proper credits at the end of it? Because I didn't really watch it, because I'd love to know who made the music, like where they got that music from. But yeah, as far as I understand, yeah, Hammer and Bolter is just going to be like one-off stories. I'm excited because I remember in the trailer there was a scene with a Avatar of Cain, and so I'm kind of hoping that, you know, is there going to be an Eldari type of episode? I think that'd be really cool, really fun. Yeah, again, this Warhammerplus was not a hard sell for me. I don't know many out there. I don't even know really how many people are kind of like resistant to it. I know a lot of people were up in arms about GW, you know, buying the studios that were, or paying the studios that were making the, you know, like Astartes and Exodite. I was so looking forward to Exodite, and then they said no, it's going to go to Warhammerplus. So initially I was thinking, okay, well, dang, you know, yeah, they're going to put it behind a paywall. But that paywall is really not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. It's really not that pricey, and plus you get a lot out of it, right? So anyway, I was a little bit, you know, upset with that, but then I thought, no, I think this is a good thing, because then whoever is making these animations and the fantastic job that they're doing already for no money, it's just passion projects, but then, you know, Games Workshop says, well, we're going to throw money at you to make a really fantastic product and to see this project completed. I think that's fantastic. I mean, like, what's not to like about that? You know what I mean? That's like a guy drawing for comic books, and then Marvel says, you know what? Hey, you've done some really great comics. We're gonna pay you to make your comic, and we're gonna publish it. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how this is a bad thing. I don't understand, because now they can properly get monetized. Now, hopefully, they're getting a good deal. I hope they're not getting, you know, slave waged as far as these animations are concerned. I hope they're not being exploited. I would certainly hope that that's not the case. The goblins in my head say they're probably being exploited, but we don't know. So, you know, you can speculate that on anything. And, you know, exploitation of the worker is rampant all over this globe, so really is not a new story, really. But yeah, I'm hoping that, yeah, that same passion, hopefully the people who are creating this are still really passionate about these projects. So hopefully, I am hopeful. I am. But anywho, yeah, so I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to more. Apparently it is going to be like every Wednesday for the foreseeable future. Every Wednesday new things will drop, on top of, you know, the animations, the battle reports, the painting videos, you know, of course, access to the vault, which is all the previous White Dwarves. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do that. Like, are they going to say, here was this month's, and then go all the way back to, you know, 2021, and then I don't know, probably a couple weeks later, probably go 22. You know, like I don't know how they're gonna go about it, because realistically, like having the entire library of white doors available would be freaking fantastic. But damn, that's probably gonna bog down some servers. I think that's gonna eat up some bandwidth. I think so. Yeah, but yeah, like there's all sorts of what was it, the Lore Master one. That one should be pretty cool too. You know, that should be pretty cool. There's a lot of fun things. You know, and of course, yeah. I mean, you know, G Dubs is after your dollar. What business isn't? You know, so what are you gonna do? Vasily Shimko. Hello, Kris the Painter. Hi, Vasily the Skynet. Kim, you getting the Bandai Gravis, dude? Yeah, let's jump over to that. We'll talk about that for a second here. Because holy shit. Now, I was a little bit... Is it this window I want? No, I want this window, right? Yeah, we'll go with this window. Yeah, screw it. We'll go with this window. 200 British pounds. I'm on the UK portion of the site right now, so I can see all these. I don't even want to know what this is in Canadian. 200 British, typically, rule of thumb when working out currency exchange between British pound and Canadian dollar, it's usually like double. So something that's 200 British pound is going to be like 400 Canadian. Now, you know, shelling out $100 previously for the Bandai Marine wasn't too hard to sell for this guy. But $400 Canadian, I don't know. I mean, he's pretty fantastic. He is pretty fantastic. You know, and that big kid in me, you know, is looking forward to this. But damn, that is a hefty price tag. 8 inches tall, 50 points of articulation. So he's just as posable as the regular Marines are. And in fact, you know, like pretty much, he's pretty much just a regular Marine, other than the embellishments on his armor. You can tell that the pictures for this, this is the master. You can tell this is the 3D print. But yeah, it's a Marine in Gravis armor. I mean, you know, it's pretty cool for everybody who wants to repaint it. I mean, this is gonna be a lot of fun. You know, I really like that central pose. Yeah, this photo down here in the bottom corner, you can see the print lines on it, so you can tell this is just a master, a 3D print master that they're photographing. They quickly painted it and then, you know, obviously got to work. But yeah, I know that cloak. I'm also not crazy about the cloak, but knowing Bandai and like their Star Wars range, like General Grievous and Darth Vader, they all have this similar kind of cloak where that is probably a very soft, rubbery plastic. I mean, you know, it's kind of shiny looking, but I mean, you can hit that with a matte varnish, a matte spray, and knock that shine right off that. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I like that pose. I like the figure. I really, really want it. There's only one thing that kind of bugs me about the figure, and that's that ammo belt. That ammo belt looks like shite. I'll flat out say it right here. It looks like shite. I'm not particularly crazy about that ammo belt. Oh, fuck's sakes. It looks a little lazy. It's just like a little bunch of little squares tied together with a string. Like, that's what it looks like. Like, come on. They couldn't make like a track linked thing to make it look like the actual ammo belts? Like, you telling me that Bandai couldn't figure that shit out when they've probably figured it out 100 times on 100 different models. They couldn't figure out that ammo belt situation. Like, come on, people. I also am curious if that belt chain is actually like a chain, or if that's a sculpted bit of, you know, rubber. I'm curious about that one as well. If it's sculpted bit of chain, that'd be pretty cool. Or not like a sculpted chain, but like, you know, actual plastic chain, like just like, you know, small chain. But again, 200 $200 British, no, 200 British pound. Oof, oof, oof. I know. Then, of course, what else we got? We got the Kill Team still up for pre-order, Essentials, Dice. Why is Gonsko still listed here? Like, that was like a month ago, wasn't it? So pretty much that Bandai Marine. The Bandai Marine for 200 British pound. That is kind of pricey. It's kind of pricey. I mean, I can justify the expenditures any which way, but oof, I don't know. Oof. But yeah, I don't know. 400 Canadian. I mean, usually what? It's like around 1 o'clock my time that the site changes to Canadian, or for the Canadian updates for the Canadian. You know what? Let's head over there right now. Let's see. Is it for sale? It is not. It's just the Kill Team shit still. Oh, and some Blood Bowl. So yeah, this hasn't updated yet. So yeah, it's a bit pricey for poor old Kris. For poor old Kris. Don't be surprised if I do buy it. Yeah, I know. It's TH, hello monkeys, hello miniature collector. Hi everyone, hi. Adun, the quality of the new cartoon is very modest if you don't use taboo vocabulary. Taboo, like, it looks like shit. Well, I mean, anybody who's gonna say it looks like shit or looks amateurish, well, it's not, it's not a huge studio that made it. This is, like, these are all projects of love from these independent creators. I don't think these are big studios that are making it. If this was Disney Pixar and the quality we were seeing, then yes, I would say they could have done better. But because this is small studio stuff, independence, and the things of that nature, as far as I understand everything, yeah. But I mean, like, these are works of love, man. Like, that's all these were. That's how it started, right? I mean, it's love. What's wrong with love? Chris Galloway, no credits. There's no credits? Damn. Yeah, see, I think they got to change that, because they got to put the credits in there, because they got to give these artists credit, the people who did the voice work, the music, sound. Like, there's a whole bunch of people who work on these things. Like, they have to give credit to them. Every TV show out there, you have credits at the end. It takes up like 5 minutes to show everybody that was on it, but you know what I mean? Like, they got to do credits, man. They got to do credits. I mean, if you put the credits in books, who wrote a goddamn book, whoever creates multimedia, you got to give them credit. You have to credit the artists. You have to. Otherwise, you're simply exploiting them. Dr. Santos, hello all. Hello. How's it been going? I got my first part of my move done. Now 90% of things moved. Cool. Awesome. Now, Dr. Santos, I'm pretty sure you're like in Sweden or Norway or Finland, something like that. I know you're up in the north of Europe, but anyway, in these parts in North America, it is common, the common social contract to have pizza and beer on moves, especially if you're getting friends and stuff like that to help you. Somebody borrows somebody's truck to help you move, and that kind of stuff. It's pizza and beer, right? Move days, it's pizza and beer. Is that the same in Northern Europe? Do people do that? Do pizza and beer? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. Kim, I'm getting Warhammerplus, but I don't think I'll get the Bandai Gravis dude. He's just expensive for what he is. Yeah. Now, I mean, mind you, he looks like a pretty darn big figure. He's a good inch taller than the regular Bandai Marines because he's wearing heels. But yeah, I don't know. Again, the only thing that's bugging me about that figure is that belt. Other than that, I mean, like, he looks like mostly original parts. The one hand looks like it's from, like the previous Marine, right? Like, it looks like, we've got the hand, bang. I mean, it's obvious, like, when you're trying to, create a new kit, you try and save time where you can. So recycling the hand, not a huge issue. It's not a big deal. But, yeah. So, but again, 200 for him for a really big Gravis suit. Oh man, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't think I'll buy it today, just because, you know, money. But yeah, we have until what did it say? We had until August, I think, to pick that up, the end of August. So there's time. There's time to count my pennies and all that. Plus, too, I haven't even painted my Bandai Marines yet. I'm currently I started working on the McFarlane Hellblaster Marine. I'm gonna do something fun. If you haven't been watching Getting Projects Done on Twitch, yeah, I started yesterday, and yeah, so yeah, we're gonna do Bandai Marine next. That's the next project, because I'm all done. Well, mostly done. There's a few things I want to touch up with Indastra, but yeah, she's done for the most part. Then I gotta take pretty pictures and shit like that, right? So yeah. Aaron Siege, howdy Kris and Monkey Brethren, happy Saturday. Kris, it finally happened. Plushie Nurglings. I know, finally. How long have I been saying it? For years, I've been saying plush Nurglings. I would love to go back into previous way of the brushes, because I know we've talked about it many times about plush Nurglings. I would love to go back. I think I know the episode where we were talking about Nurglebums and all that, where that all started. And I think I know which episode that was. I'm going to have to go back and give that one a re-listen. Yeah. I actually was thinking about going back to some of those previous episodes, just going through and picking out some of the more interesting things. A bit of a clip thing. So just picking out a clip of that show and then, you know, posting that. So I've been thinking about that one as well, when we've had very interesting discussions and stuff, which isn't too often. Kim, but I am getting a bunch of plush Nurglings. Yeah, I would love. I mean, they are a bit pricey. I remember we looked at the link on the site and it was like, I think, wasn't it like 15 British pound, which is like $30 Canadian? Because again, rule of thumb, when dealing with the currency exchange from British pound to Canadian dollars, basically double it. And yeah, $30 per plushie. I don't know if I can justify, you know, dropping a few $100 on, you know. I would love to have just a whole bunch of the little buggers all over the place. I could also kind of wish that they would do more poses with them, more, you know, more of the Nurglings, right? So you get a nice little plethora of emotions and, you know, things of characters of them, right? Even varying shades of greens and light browns and stuff like that. Just really kind of vary them up. I mean, you know, it'd just be more fun. It's just more fun. And they're just so damn cute. And I seen that they did the little Griffhound as well. I thought that was a really great idea. Man, I mean, like in Age of Sigmar, there are so many cute little things that you can, like all the familiars from like Silver Tower and stuff like that, you can make all of those into plushies. The little flyers of Tzeentch, the little discs, you can make them. Pink Horrors can be plushies. What else? A Beast of Nurgle, he's just like a big gross puppy. You know, like who doesn't own a big drooly, jowly puppy? That's a Beast of Nurgle, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? You can make a Beast of Nurgle out of it. Make him a plushie. Man, it's freaking a Grinks. You know, the little cat from 40K. You can make those into plushies. Man, I mean, it's almost boundless, almost. And then of course you can make even regular characters into plushies. But you know, I think it worked better with, you know, the little cute characters that. It makes more sense for those to be plushies. But a Space Marine teddy bear would not be bad either. Even a teddy bear in Space Marine armor. Go to Build-A-Bear and you can get a Space Marine. If my daughter could get a Darth Vader teddy bear, we can have Space Marine teddy bears. Why not? Jabba's Left Nut. 200 British? Holy shit. Yeah, 200 British pounds. Yeah, it is. That's a holy shit. When I saw that price, I was like, holy shit. I hope GW's hasn't priced me out of this game, because, man, I want it. I'm not going to lie, I want it. Yeah. Dr. Zantos, having all the White Dwarf mags in digital is possible. Like in Finland, you can get Donald Duck mags in digital, all from the 1950s for like €8 a month. Also include pocketbooks and more. Yeah, oh, I know it's entirely possible, but I mean, they're not going to have every white dwarf available, because I'm sure digitally scanning all those white dwarves that were, especially before like the digital switch, when they were still, you know, actually designing for actual print rather than, you know, making a PDF and then sending that off to the printers. When that change happened, going back even further for that stuff, which I hope they do. Yeah, that's an undertaking. That's a big job. That's a big job. You basically have archivists at that point. And if you have archivists, then you should be able to get to the art, because that would be really, really great. Is the art, because all that classic art from Warhammer Fantasy, and all the offshoot games, and all that wonderful art that was made, what happened to it all? Where is it? What's the state of it? You know? Yeah, I'd love to know. Hailbop Boop. I thought he was going to be closer to like 200 US, but yeah, he's looking a lot more. Yeah, I know, and that's kind of disappointing. I am disappointed that he's going to be that price. I mean, I haven't looked at the Canadian site yet for it, because again, it doesn't update for like another 20 minutes. But yeah, I am a little disappointed, and I mean, overall, I'm on board. But that belt of ammo, I hope they do something about that. I don't know. I just don't know. Adun, its ammo belt looks like it is it ammo belts look for 200 pounds? Really? Yeah, I know. Again, like I said, yeah, the ammo belt, it's kind of an eyesore. It just looks like little. It looks like Chewbacca's freaking belt. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of little cube things on his belt. You know, like what the fuck do those things do? Don't even know. But that's what it looks like. Like, how does that look like an ammo belt? It's just a bunch of cubes on a string. Like, you know. Yeah, it's. I want it, but oh man, I'm just. Yeah, and like I hold Bandai in pretty high regard, and that kind of, that doesn't feel like the kind of shit that we usually see from Bandai, and I'm wondering, like, was it just because maybe they were under a deadline? You know what I mean? Because like even the master that they show in those pictures, you can see that that's a 3D print. Like that figure will not have those little lines in it. Like, you can see the 3D print lines on it, and obviously, because it's styrene plastic, they're going to make big molds out of it, and then they're just going to press a bunch of plastic, right? So it's going to be perfectly smooth surfaces. It's not going to have that, that tree ring effect going on. But that ammo belt, I can't shake the ammo belt. That's just, it's just annoying me. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed. Alrighty, folks. So, giveaway. We're doing a giveaway. Follow that link. Go to the Google Doc. Do not move any names. Put your name. Find an empty spot. Put your name in. We're gonna do a draw later for one of two classic minis. We're giving away classics. Classic cars. These are like it's like a Ferrari. Remember the Ferrari that Tom Selleck drove in Magnum PI? We're giving away like a classic car, man. That's what we're doing. And I've been doing this all month, giving these away. And yeah. Where the hell am I? Scott Radom. Hey guys. Hey Scott. Nathaniel, pizza and booze goes here as well. Nathaniel, I thought you were in North America. Aren't you like in the West Coast? Aren't you? No? Was I wrong about that? Or are you in Europe? Anyway. Kim, yeah, of course we do pizza and beer in Norway too, but I don't drink alcohol, so I don't. Right. Well, of course, but the social tradition of moving and helping a friend move, because your buddy says, yeah, you want to help me move Saturday? And you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes. All right, fine. I'll go help you move. Pizza and beer. All right, I'm in. Right. So yeah, I don't know. James Kent, I'm saving money for plushie nerdlings. Yeah, I know. And I'd love to buy a whole bunch of them. I'd love to get a whole bunch. I might get one or two. But yeah, again, it kind of depends on the cost. Like from what I've seen from the site, they are a bit pricey for, but I mean, again, I don't know how big they are. Like if they're like, big teddy bear size, then okay, it's, it's justifiable. But if they're like little things, almost like a Funko size, it's a bit pricey. Like Beanie Babies. Remember Beanie Babies? Dr. Xantos, I think pizza is very common reward. Thanks for helping with the move. I buy food and drinks for helpers in my moves. I had no help this time, so no food. You have no food? Evan Belleau, pizza and mead? Oh, yeah. Have like, have like stone oven cooked pizza. Like, right, when they cook the pizza right in the stone oven, so it's just wood and pizza. Fantastic. And mead, have like an old-timey type of move day. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a good time to me. I'm in. You need help moving? I'll help you move. If that's what we're having brick oven cooked pizza and mead, I'm in. I don't even care. I'll help you move down the street, even if it's on the other side of the continent. I'll come for that meal right there. It's kind of an odd sentence to say. I'll come for that meal. Anyway, Dr. Xantos, it's actually hard to get good mead in Finland. I know like one place that makes it. Nathaniel, best of Way the Brush, episode 400. Best of special feature, Nurgle plushies. Oh, is that the episode? No, we're not on that episode 400. You had me all one up there. I was gonna say we're only at 350 something, aren't we? You fucked me up. James Kent, I'm tempted to go see the Master Plushie in London next weekend. Well, if you do, get a picture. And if you do it with a Way the Brush shirt on, me love you long time. Kim, it's the difference between wanting it and actually dropping 200 pounds on it. Yeah, exactly, right? I just don't want to spend that money on a shelf fig. Yeah, I mean, like, I justify this to myself with these figures and all that stuff. Because I like taking pretty pictures as well. And I've had a few ideas of what I want to do with these figures. And like once I get them kind of painted up, basically, if you've ever seen the latest iteration, I always have the poster on my wall. It's one of my favorite pieces of modern 40K art, which is the Crimson Fists. And it's kind of like a throwback to the original Rogue Trader artwork of all the Crimson Fists in a big pile. It's like a desperate struggle. Well, they have a modern version of that. And, you can see Primaris suits alongside Mark 6 suits and, Mark 7 suits. It's a great piece of art. It's modern. It's a modern piece. When I got to visit Games Workshop, they actually had that piece blown up like 10 by 12 feet kind of thing. Yeah, we were all talking about how we were going to try and steal that. How far could we get with that big rolled up piece of art? But yeah, I would love it. I would love to have that hanging in my office. Oh yeah. I have nowhere where I could actually hang that, because I'm pretty sure that piece was higher than 10 feet. So yeah, it's huge. Anyway. Nathaniel, you need archaeologists to dig out old mags and classify them chronologically. You might have to. You might. Dr. Xantos, moonshine. Yeah, less with mead. Mead is very good. We drink more of it if I could find it. Dr. Xantos, gotta go now. Be seeing you later, and may the brushes be with you. May the brushes be with you. I like that. If I tried to turn that into a shirt, somebody gets sued. And I'd blame Dr. Xantos. I said, well, Dr. Xantos made it. I didn't make it. Nathaniel, nope, still in Germany. Oh, you're in Germany. Okay. Yeah. So the convention, possibly, let's just say the whole world over, is you help a friend move, pizza and beer. Got it. Okay. I can get on board with that. Because that's got to be like a modern tradition, right? Because I don't think people were doing that in the 1920s. I don't think, right? So it's got to be an invention of the 20th century. When that became convention, I have no idea. I'd actually kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of would like to see somebody do do a bit of a deep dive as to when that became the social construct of, you know, helping a friend move, right? Pizza and beer. Yeah, I'm in for the pizza and beer, right? I'm kind of curious now. I'm kind of curious about that, not just curious. James Kent, you think I would see a massive Nurgling plushie and not take a photo with it? Okay, well, sorry, I didn't mean to start a fight here. Holy carmoles. Aaron Seach, mead, yes. Axel, there is not a price on happiness. There is no price on happiness. Right. Games Workshop doesn't even exist in my city anymore. Zzz. 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 Or snore, like, yeah, it doesn't exist in your city. Well, I mean, yeah, because there was a time where, like, you know, it seemed like Games Workshop stores were opening up all over the place. And then, you know, of course, what was that, like 10 years ago? They made a bunch of moves and they started reducing the amount of stores. Yeah, now it seems like, you know, more stuff is opening up again. Like they're doing more stores. I don't know. But whatever. Lone Wind, howdy. Jabba's Left Nut. Wouldn't the German version be Sausage and Stein? Would it? I don't know. I've never been to Germany. I'd love to go. But yeah. I'd have to learn some basic German though. Rather than just simply doing a shitty German accent. That would probably insult a shit ton of people. And you know, it's not my habit to go to foreign lands and insult people, so I consider that kind of rude. A little bit, you know. I wouldn't go to Germany and you know, it's just, you know, just don't do it. It's just rude. Like, why would you want to be rude? You know, why? Who actually goes out there, goes to a foreign land, and then berates them for not knowing your own language and culture, and you know what I mean? Like, who does that? Who the hell does that? When you're in somebody else's house, you're respectful to them, and you know, if they ask you to take your shoes off, you take your shoes off, right? Like, you know, when you're in somebody else's house, you're polite, courteous. If they offer you a gift, you accept it and be gracious about it, right? Like, I don't understand how, you know, these things work. Axel, I had dwarf set on Fantasy. My friend's dad painted my set though. Cool. Nathaniel, in the 19th century, it might have been scones and Earl Grey. Yeah, would it? But that's the thing, right? It's like helping a friend move. See, like, I don't know, like, even the idea of a lot of moving around, because I think that is a 20th century thing, especially like a post-war North America. I mean, I can only speak to, you know, these experiences I've had. I don't know about the rest of the world and what, you know, things are like there, but I assume they're probably pretty close, just in a different language. But yeah, you know, because in North America, like, people move about all the time, especially in the U.S. It is not uncommon for people to just, you know, pack up and move to another town, get some friends, help you move, kind of thing, right? Even across town, kind of thing. In Canada, you get a lot of moving around, but it doesn't feel like it's the same level as in America. Yes, I realize America has way more population, but it also has to deal with infrastructure as well. America has, you know, a huge infrastructure for allowing the moving of materials and people, whereas Canada does not. Canada has one highway that runs through all of its populous areas, which is close to the American border. Anything north of that, and it's dirt roads. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's pretty primitive, really. This is the 21st century, man. Like, what the fuck? Aaron Seach, I feel as though the tradition of beer and pizza when moving originated at a college, perhaps in a frat house. Again, good hypothesis. You know, I'm afraid we probably would have to do a deep dive and find out the origins. I'm sure somebody out there has done, you know, an actual researched paper on the origins of pizza and beer being the convention for helping a friend move or helping somebody move, right? It doesn't have to be a friend. It could just be somebody. It could be a coworker, right? Coworker could ask you, hey, you free this weekend? I could really use a favor. Pizza and beer. I need to move, you know, I'm moving across town, right? So it doesn't even have to be on a friendly relationship. It can be, just acquaintances, really. Help an acquaintance out, right? I don't know. Again, I don't really have too much information on this topic, so I'm speculating. I'm speculating. Axel, I know a few words in most languages, but I think it would be buried in the book of to try say stuff. Well, there is a better bribe than pizza. Well, is there a better bribe than pizza? Is there a better bribe than pizza? I don't know. Because most people, like a vast majority of people on this planet enjoy pizza in some form or other. Yeah, we can debate till we're all blue in the face about toppings and how to cook it, deep dish versus New York style, all these things, which I'm a big fan of deep dish as well as New York style. I like New York style, I like deep dish, and I like it all in between. I like my pizza like I like my women. Varied. That's a terrible analogy. James and Ken. Okay, I just saw the store exclusive model for the London store reopening, and I'm definitely going. We'll post a picture in the Discord. Yes, please do. Please do. James, please. 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 Axel, deep dish is lasagna. I'm ready to argue about this. On the surface, deep dish does look like lasagna, but in my experiences, lasagnas are about this thick. Most deep dish, and I've had the Chicago, the famous joint. What the hell is it called? It's got a famous name to it. It's in Chicago. It's like close to O'Hare Airport. Come on, people. Come on, you monkeys in Chicago or been around Chicago. What's the name of that restaurant that sells that famous deep dish pizza? Everybody in Chicago raves about this joint. Oh, actually, there's two joints, but anyway, deep dish. Yeah, it's only like about an inch thick, maybe. Most lasagnas I've ever had, yeah, like you could choke a donkey. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, yeah. Axel, Pizza Express? No, it's not Pizza Express. Giordano's? Yes, I've heard of Giordano's. I don't think it was Giordano's though. It was another one. Fuck. You guys are gonna make me look this up now. I had it a whole bunch of times. I've been in Chicago. Chicago. Fuck, I can't spell Chicago. Deep dish. Chicago deep dish. What's the name of the joint? Skip the dishes. No, fuck off. No, I don't want Chicago deep dish close to me. I want the fucking joint in Chicago. God damn it. People who annoy you. Anybody knows what I'm talking about? South Park? Anyway. Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's giving me all the goddamn... It's... Come on, peeps. Help me out here. Anyway. Maybe I have had Giordano's. Giordano's is a chain, though, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah. Axel, that's frozen pizza. Yeah. Chris Galloway, Pizza Planet? No, it's not Pizza Planet. Kevin Cabal, Pecode's Pizza? No. Terracotta Pizza Hut? No, it's not Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut deep dish. Jeez, I can feel my heart stopping already. It's been forever since I've had Pizza Hut. I mean, Pizza Hut is tasty, but it's complete trash. Same with Domino's. Domino's used to be complete garbage way back in the day. And then they did that whole shift, and their pizza actually got really good. Passable. But yeah. Man. One, like locally in my area, there's a joint that I like the way they do the pizza. It's Vietnamese folk. I've had this one that was proper Italian kitchen. Like I walked in to order the pizza, and there was these two heavy Italian looking fellas working the kitchen, just sweating into the marinara sauce. And yeah, I had pizza from them, and it was good. And I spent a lot of time up in Sault Ste. Marie, which has a pretty high Italian population, and pizza. Almost every pizza joint in Sault Ste. Marie is really good. So there's a few crap ones. You're always going to end up with that mixture, right? But yeah, the ones that really put some love into it. But yeah, here I'm told that there is good pizza around here, and there's only one that really does a really well pizza. They're a little bit pricey, but they do a really good pizza, and I'm pretty sure theirs is a brick oven fired pizza. It's really good when you feel like spending the extra money on it. But otherwise, there's another one. Yeah, it was Vietnamese. I'm pretty sure they're Vietnamese. Excellent pizza. Yeah. Anyway. How did we get on pizza again? What were we talking about? Warhammer and stuff? Warhammers? Axel, you are going to sleep angry about this brush. Kevin Cabal, Reggio's? No, I don't think it's... No, it's not Reggio's. Fuck. I can't remember what the goddamn name of the joint was. It's annoying me. It's annoying me. I'm gonna... You know what? I should probably just ask one of my kids. Let's see. I'm gonna ask my son, because he never forgets a joint. What is that restaurant? Fuck, I can't spell. In Chicago. In Chicago that did the awesome deep dish. Yes, I talk when I type out things. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Yes. You've guessed it here, kids. Axel, local shops are your best bet. Yep. Snappy, Pizza Hut. I like the most for chains. Pizza Hut for chains. They're tasty, but it's trash. And I always feel like crap after eating it. That's why I don't really eat Pizza Hut. Domino's, yeah, I've come back around to Domino's. Domino's back in the day, holy shit. Famously, they were like, it was like just cardboard. It was like they took those cheap grocery store pizzas they could get in the grocery store and just throw in your oven for a bit. And I don't even think they threw it in the oven. I think they put it in a microwave or whatever, and then sent that to your house. Like, it was people in college and stuff like that. Yeah, they just ate that shit up all the time. I said, holy Christ, I don't know how the fuck you do that. Like, it's garbage. It's garbage. You're putting garbage in your body. Then they'd have Pizza Hut, and I'd be like, it's tasty, but it's garbage. It's tasty, but it's garbage. Yeah, I know. It's kind of, but I have that same relationship with like most fast food places, right? I mean, like I still have like the occasional McDonald's. I know Rotten Ronnie's is not good for me, but man, a quarter pounder with cheese, tasty shit, man. That's a tasty burger. That is a tasty burger. Axel, the sweat adds flavor. It does. I mean, like not to sound like too big of I don't know, a racist, bigot, prejudice, whatever, but when I walk into an Italian joint, yeah, I want to see two big fat Italian fellas, cooking the food. I'm there for that. That's half. You know what I mean? It's like going into any kind of Mexican restaurant. You want to see some Mexicans in the kitchen, right? I mean, I know it sounds really racist. It probably is, but I don't know. I always feel a little bit better about the food. I'm sorry, but like I don't really go out and eat that often. But when I do, if I'm going out for Korean dishes, I want it prepared the way Koreans eat it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going for Vietnamese food, I want how the Vietnamese eat it, right? Like, and when I'm going for Italian, I want to make sure some goddamn Italians in the kitchen. Like. Axel, I went to Italy, ate some pizza, wasn't impressed. David Vaughn, 40K Pizzagate. Yeah, that Pizzagate was a different thing, though, dude. You're gonna attract all sorts of weirdos putting that out in the ether. Axel, Domino's cheese is really good. Can't deny that. Little Caesar? No, it's not. Was Little Nefet? Was Little Caesar? No, it wasn't Little Caesar. Jeez Louise. Hail Bop, 240 US for the Bandai Graphs. 240 US? Great Scott! Did they update the site? Hold on, let me see. Did Canada update yet? Canada must have updated. Holy, okay, well, all right. Hold on now. Okay, for the Gravis, I don't know, but that's Canadian. It's still pricey. It's still pricey, but that's 100 less. That's 100 less than what Kris was expecting. And if you can get Kris on a deal, then yeah. So that's what it's going to cost for Kris right there. Can you see the price tag? Yeah, you can see the price tag. So yeah. I think I think Games Workshop's going to get some money out of me today. I'm kind of a in for a penny, in for a pound kind of guy. So, you know, yeah. Axel, I haven't eaten fast food in ages. I've been craving a Burger King Whopper. I actually tried their Impossible Whopper, which is a no meat Whopper. I honestly could not tell the difference. And I'm not into vegan, vegetarian type options for menus and stuff like that. I mean, if it's there, I'll give it a try. You know, I'm not against it. And I tried it. And I actually really enjoyed it. I could not tell. So either that tells me one of two things. There's probably more than two things, but it tells me one of two things. Either A, they're really good at masking the flavor, adding, you know, whatever they do to the patty to make it taste and have that similar texture as what they famously do. Or there is already so much filler in their patties that all they did was remove the last 10% and put in tofu, and they had their Impossible Burger. They could advertise it as, you know, it's not meat, right? So, yeah. But I enjoyed their Burger King's Impossible Burger. I enjoyed it, and I'm not endorsed by Burger King in any way, shape, or form. But occasionally, I will eat more Burger King than I will McDonald's. And McDonald's I find very greasy most of the time versus Burger King, where I find if I'm going to Burger King, I usually only get the Whoppers. And I like Burger King fries. They're a bigger cut fry, even though Mickey D's fries are addictive. You can just kind of grab a whole whack of them and shove them in your mouth. But yeah, Burger King for me, a Whopper typically. I mean, it's the battle is between a quarter pounder with cheese or a Whopper. And oftentimes I side on the Whopper. And I like the fresh cut condiments that they use in Whoppers as opposed to Mickey D's. Although Mickey D's has some really great salty pickles in their burgers. At least in these parts. I don't know about your parts, but yeah. Anyway, my son got back to me. Illuminati's. Or the L is silent, so it's Illuminati's? Why did he put the L as silent? I don't know. That's what he said. Anyway, Illuminati's. That's it. Illuminati's, right? It's Lou. Like Lou? Lou. Hey, that's Lou. It's my cousin Lou. Everybody's like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway. Yeah, this is the Way of the Brush super racist show. So anyway, yeah, Illuminati's in Chicago. That was what everybody recommended. It was kind of, at least I don't think there's many restaurants in the Chicago area. I could be completely wrong about that, but anyway, yeah, Illuminati's. I had it, and yeah, it was awesome, and it was only like about an inch thick, but it was solid. Like, yeah, one piece, you're done. I was done. Man, we had that, I think, for 2 days. And me and my son, we can eat pizza. Like, we can eat. We're not small fellas. We can eat. I'm just saying. Oh man, Kevin Cabal in the 41st millennium. There is only corpse starch pizza. Oh, corpse starch pizza. Ooh, imagine, just imagine. I don't know if actually anybody would eat that though. Corpse starch. I mean, like if you went to Warhammer World and Bugman's Bar, they have all sorts of food items that have Warhammer 40k names and stuff like that, right? And I don't know if they would maybe they do already. I don't know, but a corpse starch pizza, that'd be kind of funny actually. Now that I think of it, write that down. Send it to Warhammer World's kitchen as an idea. just saying something's made with corpse starch. Everybody like, ooh, fuck, I'm not eating that. Especially if it's like chicken. Something with chicken. Because then you're not sure if you're actually eating people. It's like, oh well, okay, and just eat it. Anyway. Axel, how is your model that you were destroying doing? It's good. He's all apart. I've already cleaned all the parts. I even drilled out the barrel of the gun because the barrel is like shallow like that. This threw me off, this little bit underneath the gun. We were talking about this on Discord yesterday. I didn't know what that doodad was. Like, was that is this gun a Hellblaster? Is it a double barrel? Because I had the drill out and everything like that. I was drilling out the barrel, and no. But on miniatures, it's just like an end cap. It's just a doodad. So I'm leaving it. But anyway, yeah, I cleaned up all the mold lines. I'm ready to start sculpting. So I actually was thinking of doing a stream last night. I may do a stream tomorrow because I'm getting really kind of fired up to start sculpting some stuff for this. But yeah, we're gonna do some sculpting on this Marine because it's gonna be a custom chapter. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about right now, last episode of Getting Projects Done, I started my not my Bandai Marine, my McFarlane Primaris Hellblaster Marine. So that's the project we're working on now. Anyway, shit, where am I? I don't even know. Chris Galloway, check out the Australian price tag. Oh fuck, do I really want to? Oof. Where's Australia? That's New Zealand. Oh, Australia's the first fucking one. Jesus. Duh, it's alphabetical, dum-dum. Oh my lord! Oh my god. No, say it isn't so. That's the price tag, people. That's Australian. That's criminal. That is criminal. Unless, of course, people in Australia like the currency. No, because Australian dollars, it is like the same as Canadian currency. Like the value of Australian dollar and Canadian dollar, I think they're negligible by pennies. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you kind of get if you're gonna get one, you're gonna kind of take one in the rump for that. Holy shit! Like right in the bum. You just open wide, lube up. No, not even a lube, and just a whole fist right in there. Hoof. Scott Radom, when is Kill Team out? Next weekend? No, Kill Team's out now. You can buy it now. Yeah, retailers are selling it already. Axel, there is a really good video of some guy eating an Impossible Whopper. I had a vegetable burger recently. Oh yeah? The Impossible Whopper? Yeah, I enjoyed the Impossible Whopper. I couldn't tell it wasn't a Whopper. It tasted just like a Whopper. So, yeah. Oof. Hail boop. It was. Up until they got sued. Cooked in the burger grease. Axel, I wouldn't know it wasn't meat without someone telling me. But it also tasted like Rustler's Burger, which is cheap microwave burger. Is it? I've never had a Rustler's Burger. I don't know what that one is. Game movies. The smell of the Impossible Whopper is terrible. It tastes okay, but not switching. Again, I could not tell it was not meat. So, I mean, either they've camouflaged it really well, or whatever was their beef patties just had so much filler in it anyway, so they just took out the last 10% and just put in wood chips and then said it's all vegetarian. You know what I mean? Like, to my way of thinking, both of those are equal possibilities. Like, yeah. But I enjoyed it. It tasted like a Whopper to me. I could not tell that was not a Whopper. It was impossible. TH, the Impossible Burger. More of the stuff that's not meat. Yeah, exactly. Fire Drake, when I feel like fast food, I usually get Impossible. I get Impossible. I like to limit my beef intake. That's what she said. David Vaughn, the real battle is the Whopper versus Baconator. Baconators, yeah. My son loves the Baconator. Loves it. He enjoys himself some Wendy's. Disco, Luminati's. Yes, Luminati's, definitely. Yeah, that's the restaurant I was talking about. Luminati's. That was the highly recommended one. That's what everybody says. No, you got to go to Luminati's. Got to go to Luminati's. So we went to Luminati's. We sat in. Got a deep dish. In fact, I think we ordered 2 or 3. It was 4 of us, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. I had another one from somewhere else, and you know it was all right. Luminati's though was really good though. It was good stuff. I don't know if they're like a big chain in Chicago, like if there's like multiple restaurants, or if it's just the one. Like it was pretty busy, but it wasn't like super packed. And it was like dinner time when we went. So yeah. Axel, this is the first Google search. Luminati's, best Chicago deep dish pizza restaurant. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, nobody's gonna say, well, we're the worst. We're the second best, right? Everybody's gonna say they're the best. So, yeah. Marketing, you know, like I just chalk that up to marketing. Unless, of course, that's other people's claims. Like if that's, you know, the headline, Chicago's best deep dish. Well, then I'd believe it. I've had it. It's really good. It's tasty. It's something about their marinara sauce. But yeah, really good. David Brunfeld. Hey Kris, just found the cost for you. $2.40 sent to me, and you may get one. Not guaranteed. Just send you $2.40 and I may get one. Come on, man. Hold on. Let me get the black light. Let me get the black light. Let me see if it says sucker on my forehead. No. Jeez, what's that on my forehead? Good God. Looks like from a sci-fi movie, you know, like when you're no. I bet a lot of you were expecting like some white like, you know, some white shit showing up or something. Good God, man. Anyway, that looks freaky, doesn't it? Oof. Anyway. I don't know where we're going with any of that. I guess it's just sweat. Yeah, it is kind of warm. A little bit. I am a little bit moist. A little moist. Axel, so I guess I have to take your word for it. Yeah. Oh, Luminati? Yeah, just take your word for it? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I enjoyed it. I went. I don't know if we went more than once. I think we ordered in and we went in. Because I think we had it twice. I want to say we had it twice. The other one, when I'm in Chicago, the other one I always have to hit at least once. I have to hit it once, is Portillo's. Love me some Portillo's. Just so much good food. Tasty. Yes, I know it's all junk food, but so tasty. Where am I here? Disco. 50 plus locations up here. Of Luminati's? Really? There are 50 locations of Illuminati's? Okay, well, I didn't know it was a chain. But, yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. Axel, don't eat big... don't need to be big to eat. My metabolism... Fuck, I can't talk anymore. My metabolism's too strong. Scott Radom, everyone's homework today should be to eat at least a pound of Western Canadian beef. Oh, yeah, no problem. Actually, no, we're having ribs. I think we're having ribs today. Axel, what was that a Soylent Green reference? The Soylent Green reference? No, to the cornstarch. Well, the reference of cornstarch is like Soylent Green, but no, it's a Necromunda reference. Because basically the corpse grinders, if you're familiar with Necromunda, the corpse grinders, they were the corpse starch workers. They basically just take dead bodies, throw them into the big grinders, and they make corpse starch. And that's what basically keeps the people alive in Necromunda. Yeah, it's a Soylent Green thing. Fire Drake 18, Kris, painting question. What steps do you take for painting a nebula or galaxy? You've asked me this. I know. I haven't filmed it yet. That's second on my list to get done right away. Because first I got to get my little chameleon. I got to get him finished because I'm sure B-Man has been chomping at the bit to get that project done. But yeah, because I still plan on occasionally filming fresh tip videos. They're going to be a little less frequent, but yeah. Doing a galaxy, yeah, I'll do it. Could I list off the steps I would take right now? It would take a while. It's probably a better shown than heard kind of thing, right? Because there's a few ways you can go about it. Well, there's always a few ways you can go about it, especially with painting. Painting, there's always a few ways to get to an end result, right? It's rarely ever only one way will get you a result, right? There's often many ways. So I know, Fire Drake, I know. I have to get that done. Now, while we're on the topic of getting that done, what would you like? Wait, new follower. Thank you. Lunar was here. Lunar over on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Shit, where was I? Oh, right, yeah. So, Fire Drake, what kind of surface were you thinking of applying this? And then that way I can, tailor fit it, right? Let me know. David Brunfeld, check out the price to ship to Nation of Dave. It goes 10 digits. Okay. Kevin Cabell, that works out to be 502 Canadian. Yeah, that's that's what I was thinking. Like, if it was 200 British pound, which would have been 400 Canadian plus shipping. Although I think on Games Workshop doesn't charge shipping on orders like over like $200, I think. Yeah. That would have priced me right out of it. Like, no. But $290, I can kind of live with $290, especially if I'm not getting it for 6 months. Which is fine. I'm fine. I mean, I didn't jump on the last pre-order, the Bandai White Scar Marine. There was nothing different about it. He was essentially the Ultramarine, just with a different paint job. I really wasn't worried about it. So, yeah. Excuse me. Chris Galloway, the burgers are made of those players who dare to bring a third-party models to their stores. Oh, jeez. Hail Boot. I've had one before they got sued, and after they stopped cooking it in the normal burger grease, they both tasted different, and I can differentiate them from what I've tasted a lot of vegan stuff, as some relatives are vegans, etc., for religious purposes. Vegan for religious purposes? Vegan for religious purposes? I've never heard of that. Well, maybe I have. I don't know. But, like, vegan for ethical? Sure. For religious purposes? Like Hindus? I don't think... But Hindus are, like, more vegetarian, aren't they? But, I mean, I could be completely wrong. I have no idea. Axel... I'm gonna dip. Thanks for the stream. LOL. I guess it is just sweat. Hopefully sweat. It's just sweat, man. I'm a sweaty dude. I'm sweaty. Especially when I start getting really excited and talking and, right? So, yeah, I get sweaties. David Brunfeld. Oh my God, to get that Space Marine, you're looking at $670. Totally nuts. Yeah, I know. That's Fire Drake 18, I feel very uncomfortable about how you welcome new subscribers or left out. It's very confusing. Oh, how I welcome new streamers? Yeah. You should see when the super chats start coming in. Oh, I just Anyway. David Brunfeld. Hindus are vegans. Yeah, they are vegans? Okay, I haven't really known too many. Buddhists are vegan, yeah, Nathaniel. I don't even know if I know any Buddhists, like anybody who practices. Hindus, I had a teacher once. He's really the only one that I can really think of, like, that I've, had any kind of, relationship with. And yeah, he fasted all the time, and he back in the day, a lot of kids used to tease him and say, like, "Holy cow!" And he would take offense to that, and so the kids kept doing it, right? Because kids do. And so, yeah. But yeah, I wasn't. I was pretty sure that it was, you know, that was more like a vegetarian type thing than a vegan thing. But yeah. Anyway, Fire Trade Eden. Kris, pretty much want to add to the inside window of Deadpool's taco truck. Gross. Yeah. Oh, the galaxy for Deadpool's taco truck, right? I thought we were talking about vegan burgers and stuff. Right. Yes, I got you. So anyway, so pretty much a flat surface then, like kind of a rectangle. Yeah, we'll totally do that. Totally. I'm not going to do it on Deadpool's truck, but I'll show you, like, in the confines of a small space like that. Yes, we will. Disco Hindus are often vegan. Are they? See, I knew, like, you know, there were some things like that. I didn't really know about Buddhists either being vegan as well. I didn't know that one as either. I mean, from a young age, I mean, I was raised Roman Catholic, so you can imagine, you know, how other religions are played out in that hemisphere. But yeah, I don't consider myself Roman Catholic these days. Since I became a teenager, really started, you know, obviously thinking for myself and, you know, applying logic to things. Yeah, it all falls apart. Pretty much any organized religion falls apart. So yeah, I don't really go in for that. And then of course, you know, as I got older and started reconnecting with my own traditional beliefs, and you know, it became a lot more. A lot of the stuff made more sense to me because Ojibwe spirituality, it's more practical. It's not superstitious. It's more practical because we're practical people. We're not given to, you know, believing in a man in the sky kind of thing. That doesn't exist. Good and evil, those ideas, they're non-existent. You know. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it just makes a lot of sense. But the idea of like veganism and stuff like that, and vegetarians, and you know, I mean, from where I'm sitting, I mean, if you believe in a God, and God created this garden for us, then it was created for us. But it really is not. The idea of it being created for us kind of makes it like, well, here we can do whatever we want. But that's not really the case, because really for us, we are more of the caretakers of God's garden, right? That's where we kind of come in. We're the caretakers. We exist on an equal footing with everything else around us. So when we do kill an animal to eat it, we use the entirety of that animal. And we give thanks to that animal for allowing us to survive another day, right? Everything is on equal footing. It's not a food pyramid, and we're top of the pyramid. It's not like humans are at the top of the pyramid and everything else is below us, right? It's not like that. It's a circle. We're all in the same space. We're all the same, right? It only makes sense. Because the idea that we're on a higher level than everything else, I mean, that's how you end up in this predicament we're in, right? If you think that God made this garden so for us to plunder and dig deep into the ground and extract resources and kill willy-nilly, kill animals for fun, just because, to kill your brother, just for fun, just because he's a different shade than you, well, that leads to some pretty goddamn fucked up things, right? So that's the current state we're in, right? Whereas we see ourselves the caretakers of God's creation. Just as all other life on this planet really is also God's caretaker. So anyway, Axel, I was racist as a kid, but I don't think kids know any better. Yeah. I mean, like I said, like, you know, I've talked about this in the past many times. I mean, like, when I was younger, I was a complete fucking asshole. I was worse than I'm now. I've gotten better. Kids usually make you into try harder at life and being a better person, being a role model for your kids, right? So, yeah. Anyway. Hail boot. Some sects of Buddhists. Saying it, sect, and sex. Some sects of Buddhists, like, just go and check into the sects of Buddhists? Like, Buddhists. Fuck. Anyway, are vegan. There are cases when Japan has become an imperial naval power that would confine Buddhist sailors to the ship until they agreed to drink milk and eat meats. And you wonder how you light up under black light after all these golden showers. Well, urine is sterile, from what I understand. So it's sterile. It would wash off, right? I was talking more about, you know, other bodily fluids showing up under black light. You know, like when they do, like, crime scenes. And it's, it was a murder of passion. And they show the wall under a black light, and, you know, you can see this big spray. Anyway. Disco. I was raised Catholic, no longer religious. Yeah, it's, you know, again, once I started maturing and started questioning everything, because again, a lot of things fell apart under trying to describe it under that philosophy. And, you know, it's like, in a nutshell, do as I say, just because, right? And that's not good enough. That's not good enough. You know, you want me on your side, you're gonna have to give me a little bit more than that, you know. And it doesn't work, you know. And in fact, that entirely relies on a hierarchy, right? And traditionally, most North American peoples, we don't operate under a hierarchy. Yeah, we had chiefs and stuff like that, but a chief wasn't like born. And no, the people appoint a chief, and the chief is only a chief as long as the people say, right? Because the chief is just a figurehead. The power comes from the people. The people decide the will in which they're going to go. That's freedom, right? So, anyway. Ebb and flow. I've worked with SDA, Seventh-day Adventists, folks that have just go vegan to avoid any possibility of violating food laws in the book of Leviticus. Yeah, again, like, you know, I'm not sure why people who, you know, come from, like, you know, Europe, Northern Europe and stuff like that, you know, follow a food guide for people who were, you know, in the Middle East. You know what I mean? Like, those food guides, that's a cultural thing for people who exist within those regions traditionally, right? So that kind of thing for people who are from you know, Europe, like that kind of thinking doesn't apply, because it's completely different food supplies, right? Like rickets affects Europeans, especially those you know, of really fair skin, and you know, that's depletion of a particular vitamin. And for a long time they wondered, well, how do we prevent rickets, and how do they get the vitamin D necessary, right? And because there's no sunlight, or not as abundant amount of sunlight. And it turns out that it was because of the fish. You know, Europeans were getting their vitamin D from fish. And so, yeah. It only makes sense. I mean, like, you know, not everybody's food plan traditionally fits with other cultures. You know what I mean? Like, you know, North Americans, I mean, everything was fair game. Everything was fair game. And, you know, because, again, I mean, like, it's you know, life is very harsh in North America. Right? North America is a very hard continent. Has very hot winters, very hot summers, very cold winters. You know, the climate in North America goes from desert to tropical all over the place. You know, mountainous to plains. Like, North America has got every climate available, essentially. But anyway. Scott Radom, nothing is more important than eating lots and lots of meat. Eat some today. We appreciate the support. Yeah, because Scott's a butcher. But yeah, I have nothing against meat. Now, the treatment of animals in, you know, current situations, stuff like that, yeah, it is problematic. You know, but I mean, that has to do with, you know, with greed, with capitalism, capitalistic greed. You know, I don't have problems with capitalism, just greed, really. It's a cancer in the human heart. And that's why you're tearing down rainforests to make way for cattle. You know, they talk about having, you know, food supply shortages for people. Can't feed everybody. Population of humanity is going to, you know, outgrow the resources. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Not when you remove the fact that everything is for profit. If you take that out of the equation, there's enough for everybody. There's enough for everybody to comfortably live and exist, right? These shortages, these crises, they're man-made. They're man-made crises. They don't have to exist. They don't have to exist. We have a choice. We have a choice. And all it takes is for the people to choose to move in a direction, because the power always resides within the people. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Fire Drake 18. It's simple. The Impossible Burger is just single-celled protein with synthetic aminos. Everything the body needs. Yeah, exactly. Axel, I like the cultures that give thanks to an animal for by using everything. I think Native Indians is what not I'm thinking about, or Eskimos. Okay, well, this is minor. Eskimos is improper term for people who live up, you know, close to the North Pole in the Arctic Circle. They're Inuit. Eskimos actually is really an Ojibwe word for those people. Eater of raw meat is what it means, and it's derogatory. It's a derogatory term towards Inuit people. I think even Inuit might be these days. It's like, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, it's Eskimo is not the right term to address those people. Inuit. If you want to be correct and not offend anybody, especially if you're going to be heading up that way, you find yourself, you know, in Alaska or whatever, they're Inuit. They're not Eskimos. Don't call them Eskimos. Eskimos, forget that word exists. It's you know, it's not a really good word. Native Indians, yeah, that's a mishmash of things. It doesn't really apply. Native American, personally, First Nation really is the broadest term for everybody in North America. But that lumps all the people of North America who were here before Europeans, that lumps everybody into one category. And it's just like when I say all Europeans, right? Well, it's all Europeans, but Europe is not, it's not one people, right? Europeans are Spanish, Portuguese, French, Belgian, you know, Dutch, German, Norwegian, Swedish, English, Irish, Scottish, right? Italian. Like, Europe is a whole bunch of different people with distinct cultures. And North America is the same way. You have Ojibways, Six Nations, or Mohawk, and, you know what I mean? Like, you have Apaches, Navajo, Blackfoot, Crow, you know, like, you have all these different distinct peoples, distinct nations. They have distinct languages. They look different, and you know, some have varying difference in spiritual practices. Not the same. North America is not just one. It's not just Indians in North America. That's, you know, more or less, that's propaganda, perpetuating that stereotype, right? That's not the case. If you want to be correct, right? So if, for example, if you were in, say, Nevada or Arizona, and you ran into somebody who, dark, long hair, braids, right? I'm not even sure how you say hi in Navajo, but it's pretty safe bet. You're running into an Apache, Navajo, possibly Cheyenne, typically Cheyenne and Lakotas, Dene, they're all in the plains, stuff like that. So, honestly, I don't even know how to say hi to them. It's a different language, I don't know what the word is. I don't even know if I've run into a few Dene. I don't know if I've ever run into any Navajo or Apache or anybody like that. But anyway. Axel, pathism is what I subscribe to. Pantheism? I'm not familiar with that term. I was also raised Christian. Yeah. I went Christian, atheist to I don't know. Aaron Siege, free thinking really fucks up that whole religion thing. It does. But I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as controls within society. Because religion is a big part of it. That's how you build a society, is organized religion, institutionalized religion. Because it creates those underpinnings for, how the population is managed, right? That's putting it nicely. But really, when you look at a lot of the things as far as, for example, only because I've experienced it myself, is Christianity, is fear. It's fear-based. And you look at a lot of the talking points, on how politicians and organizations and all these things, how they frame issues is by fear, right? You got to be afraid of this. You got to be afraid. Oh, no, these things are coming. Oh, no, this is going to happen. Oh, no. It's all about fear. And you respond to it, especially as somebody, in North America, you respond to it in a particular fashion because a vast majority of people have been raised Christians, right? Within some degree of Christianity, which is all in itself fear-based. But yeah, it's all about fear. Hell, the term God-fearing, right? We're God-fearing Christians around here. You fear God. Why do you fear God? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's crazy. But anyway. James Kent. There's a line 8, a film questioning the fact Earth simultaneously has an obesity epidemic while millions are starving. Yeah. But, again, humanity is contradictory, right? I mean, everything we do conflicts with everything else. What we say and what we do are two different things, right? So yeah, it is kind of hilarious that there is an obesity problem as well as millions starving, right? That these are the things that really people should seriously ponder. Like, how is that a possibility that there are millions of people who are just fat as fuck, and then there's people who can't even scrounge a piece of rice to eat for the day, the week, fighting for water, clean water, don't even have food. Like, but nobody fucking takes these things seriously. No, everybody's worried about their fucking phone, their iPhone. Oh, what am I gonna do? Anyway. Axel, okay, I didn't know. Thank you. The Eskimo thing. Don't refer. In fact, just Control Alt Delete and remove that file from your brain. Don't bother using that term no more. It's an outdated term, and it's looked at in a poor light. Use Inuit. That's the proper term. At least as far as I understand. Last time I was dealing with any Inuit, I have family members who are part Inuit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's another term, though, that they refer to themselves as. I couldn't remember what it is, though. But anyway. if you want to be respectful. I mean, if you want to insult them, then by all means, and use whatever term the fuck you want. If your goal is to insult them and start a fight, then go ahead. But if you want to be respectful and make friends, then yeah, use the right terms. Only makes sense, right? Scott Rader, mapping your life after text thousands of years old. Stupid. Mapping your life after the lyrics from a 90s gangsta rap. Genius. Life ain't nothing but bitches and money. Yeah, pretty much. That's funny. I like that. That'd make a good t-shirt. But my ass definitely gets sued for that. Nathaniel, First Nation. Yeah, First Nation. Yeah, that's the common one here. You hear a lot in Canada. In the States, you still hear Native American or American Indian. But only because that's really the only reason why those terms really still persist is because the legal documentation between the treaties between our nations and Canadian and American governments, those are the terms used, and that's the only reason we still use them today. Realistically, which would never happen, but to renegotiate those treaties and clarify the language. But yeah, that's the only reason those things still exist. Hail Bob, I have now learned something new. Tough by Kris. Through Kris or tough by Kris? Tough by Kris. I now know what the word not to use anymore means. Just like Chicago today is done. Close up shop, go to bed. Oh, hell yeah, because we were talking about Chicago. Because Chicago is a Anishinaabe word, right? Stinky place. Stinky place? Place that stinks? I can't remember. But yeah, just because where Chicago was built, it was a swamp, because it basically is, the waterway that leads into the Mississippi. And yeah, so we refer to it as, the stinky place, because it was a fucking bog. As anybody who's been around a bog knows, that bogs smell like shit. And yeah, Chicago smelled like shit. That's what Chicago means. It stinks. But anyway, yeah. Chicago, the way you would be pronounced is Chicago. Like Chicago. Anyway. Chicago? Yeah, something along those lines. Anyway. Fire Drake. Learn something new. Eskimo is derogatory. Now I know we're not going to make it to Type 1 civilization. No, we're not. Not yet. Honestly, humans, we are, if you're thinking of, if you're thinking of humanity as a greater whole, we are still toddlers. Maybe not even toddlers. We're more like terrible twos. If anybody out there who's a parent knows what I'm talking about there. Yeah. Humanity collectively, yeah. We're still in that phase. We are not even we haven't even hit age 7 yet. Age 7 is a milestone in human development. And yeah, we're not at that phase yet. We're still infants practically. We're just out of the crib. We're still getting potty trained. We're still, we are not as far along as we think we are. Yes, we have space flight, museums, music, you know what I mean? Those are not as important as you think they are. As opposed to the actual evolution of humans. Where the hell am I? Nathaniel. As far as I know, founder of Scientology said fear is a state of mind and a matter of choice. Not too familiar with Scientology, but the statement got me thinking. What, you gonna join up? Yeah, no. Any organized religion? No. If you want somebody to tell you what to do, come to me. I'll tell you what to do. You want somebody to tell you what to do? I'll tell you what to do. Just come to me. I'll tell you what to do. If that is that's the only reason to join any of these fucking cults, religions. They're all cults and religion. All religions, from my perspective, are all cults. They're all cults. Full stop. They're all cults. Any of them, even the ones that you think are really goody two shoes, they're all cults. So, yeah. But I mean, if you want somebody to tell you what to do, yeah, send me an email. Tell me what your problems are. I'll tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you to say 4 Hail Marys and, recite, the menu from McDonald's. Fire Drink 18. One problem with Christians is that you don't read the Bible for yourself. You can always take one verse and twist it if you don't understand the context or complete the chapter. Sure. And it also depends on what version of the Bible you're reading. I mean, are you a diehard Christian? Do you read it in Latin or even, Aramaic, when the original scrolls were written, right? Like, which version of the Bible? Because it's been edited many, many, many times, right? It's been edited. And why does it get edited? Why does any religious text get edited? For conforming to social changes. Or to influence social changes. Right? That's the only reason they get edited. If it truly was the Word of God, you would not edit it. If it truly was the Word of God, right? You wouldn't edit it. No man on earth, if it truly was the Word of God, no man on earth could have the authority to change what God said. And anybody who tells you that God speaks to them and believe what I say, that just equates to, bro, trust me. Bro, trust me, right? And when people are lying, okay? This works in everyday life, okay? Here's one of those things that works in everyday life. Anytime somebody says, trust me, that's a half-truth to a full lie. Anytime somebody says, trust me. Oh, I was at the bar last night and I met this girl. She was beautiful. Oh, man, we did it in the car. Trust me. He's fucking lying. He's fucking lying. He's bullshitting. He's telling a half-truth. He probably met a girl and she blew him off and he rubbed one out in his car before heading home. You know what I mean? Like, immediately kills any credibility to any story. When you say, believe me, trust me, whatever. Right? Anytime anybody uses that kind of language, yeah, they're fucking lying. They're full of shit. Oh, man. Anyway. Axel, I'm going to refrain now responding to these YouTube guys, or we get stuck in a religious discussion hole. Yeah, well, I mean, but these are all things that we all share in common, right? Our views on, our spirituality, and it's important to a lot of us, And I'm just stating how I feel about things. You can be a devout Christian, go right ahead. You can be a devout Buddhist, Hindu, whatever you want, go right ahead. If you feel like it makes you a better person, go right ahead. The only time I question it is if you start telling me how to live my life. No, you can fuck right off with that shit. Yeah. So anyway. Give respect to women. We are right out of the womb. Mother Earth. Yeah. We are still just little children. We are not as far along as we think we are. Because, here's an example, okay, of evolution. We create something new, or we find something, we discover something new, and immediately we use it to smack our brother in the head. Little babies do that. Discover something and immediately smack their sibling, right? They're just discovering it. But yeah, I mean, some of you out there don't have kids or have been around a lot of kids, whatever, but you do see that behavior a lot in small children, like really small. They'll find something and they'll smack their sibling immediately, or a friend, whatever. Doesn't have to, it could be whoever. It could be you, the parent, and they'll smack you in the face with it, right? That's how you know that we are not as evolved as we think we are. Because, yeah, little kids will do that. Pick something up and smack their sibling with it. That's what we do now. We discover something new, bang, immediately. Oh, how can I use this against my brothers? Right? So, yeah. That's how I know. Hail bop. Boop. I have a full cart of Forge World Eldar. Tell me what to do, Kris. Buy now. Hit buy now. Click buy now. Put yourself into deep credit card debt. You aren't an American until you are deep, deep, deep in credit card debt. Be a real American. I make that joke, but here I am going, I'm still looking at the Gravis. It's still up on my screen, the Gravis suit. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, I've got my own shame going on, too. Oh, shit. Yeah. David Runfield. The Hebrew scriptures are unchanged for 3,000 years. Yes, God speaks to me. God told me to chat that Kris speaks the truth always. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I am no religious figure at all. And I'm just speaking my own mind. I mean, you can take from it what you will. But, yeah, I mean... I mean, we could go on all day about this shit, man, because, like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. That's, yeah, no. Because, like I've said about many things, that once you start really adopting a evidence-based logic, a mindset of evidence-based logic, yeah, a lot of this stuff falls apart immediately. A lot of it. Pick your book. Or scroll. Whatever. Go ahead, you know. But once you start applying actual logic, evidence-based logic, yeah, a lot of it falls apart. That's why, and a lot of this helped me personally when, you know, I used to go down deep, dark rabbit holes, conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Yeah, once you start adopting a more evidence-based logic thinking, a lot of these things no longer satisfactorily answer your questions, right? So, yeah. Logic. Be logical. But you have to be consistent. Even if you go down some, you know, places that don't agree with what you think you knew since you were a child, you have to confront. You have to confront it. Eyes open. Eyes open. James Kent, when you talk to God, you are praying. When he talks to you, you're schizophrenic. Yeah, well, you might be schizophrenic anyway, but... Hey, boop, he has spoken. Yeah, just hit buy now, man. Just hit buy now. Do it. I dare you. No balls. Do it. Oh, shit. Axel, I'm ready to call you God. He has spoken. Jesus. Good God, man. Don't do that. But you say this, evidence-based, sure, atheism is not nice. Atheism is not nice? Well, I don't consider myself an atheist. It's more about acceptance now for me. Sure. Yeah, you do you. And that's really it. I mean, you know, we're only on this planet for a short length of time, right? And, you know, when we enter this world and when we leave it, you leave with nothing. So what is the point of accruing massive amounts of debt, objects, money? You don't take it with you when you die, and everybody dies. As far as I understand it. I've not seen evidence of immortals. So that's why I don't, you know, worry about immortals, because I have yet to see evidence of immortals walking amongst us. Sure, you could make some claims of some, and it's funny, but, you know, it's not true. Anyway, when we're here on this planet, be a blessing to others around you. And if you really are that concerned about, you know, immortality, how people remember you, way more important than how much money you had, how much possession you had, but how people remember you. For generations, your grandchildren go, well, my grandpa, yeah, he was a really great guy. He was generous. He helped people. People loved him, right? Nobody goes on about how hated their grandpa was. Oh, my grandpa? Oh, man. The entire country hated him. Nobody talks about it like it's a point of pride. Right? Who the fuck says that? Nobody. Because why? Because love is better. To be loved is better. To be loved is better. Generations that will remember you fondly. Oh, yeah. Did he tell a racist joke from time to time? Yeah, but everybody still loved him. Did he used to beat his wife? Yeah, but they still loved him. I know that's awful, but all my point is be a blessing to those around you, right? Be a force for good. Love is better. Love is always better. Nathaniel, I did that with my siblings when we were kids, but I was really angry with them. Sure, I mean, yeah. When you're a child, your emotions are like right in front. You don't control your emotions. And look at the world today. Do people really control their emotions? No. Oi. Me people. Thank you for the follow. On Twitch, it looks like. No, wait. That's only for Super Chats. Everybody's like, Jesus Christ. Why? Because love, man. It's love. It's all for the love. For God's sakes. Love. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Hail boop. It is done. Ooh. That sounds ominous. It's done. He hit the buy now. He clicked the shopping cart and bought. James Kent. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Yeah. Life of Brian. That's a great movie. That's a great movie. And, there's a lot of truth to that, There's a lot. In a lot of Monty Python. Man, a lot of that, there were jokes then, but they still hold true today, and those are great things. It's really kind of weird how, like, comedy has become that these days, right? Because you can look at, like, some really great comics like Dave Chappelle, George Carlin, right? Their words, almost prophetic, because they're tapped into the deep common truth of things. They seem really obvious, and yet we treat it as trivial all the time, and yeah. Anyway. Fire Drake. At least half the celebrities in Hollywood are immortals. Yeah, I don't know about that. They want to be. They're not. Me people. I got you. Thank you. Me people. Oh, it's me people. Yeah, Axel, favorite scene from Monty Python is when they raid the castle and they just slaughter everyone. Yeah, where he's running in and it's constantly the cut back to where he's a little bit further, and then all of a sudden he's like right there, shanking the guards. Yeah. Yeah, James Kent, Bill Hicks. Yeah, definitely, 100% Bill Hicks. Another great one. Before his time. Yeah. Man. Like, my favorites, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy. Red Fox, Bill Hicks, some Kinnison sometimes. When I really want to be pissed off, yeah, I can put on some Kinnison. But George Carlin is probably my all-time favorite. George Carlin is probably my all-time favorite comic. With Dave Chappelle and Richard Pryor coming in really close behind him. They're all very similar lines of thinking, Yeah. All right, what time are we at here? Holy shit! It's 2:00. Have you guys been putting your names in for the giveaway? Put your names in. God damn it! Do as I say. I just put the Google Doc in the description. Put your name in. Enter for the draw. What are we drawing? We're giving away our one of these last two blister packs. Either the Space Wolf Priest from Games Day 03. He's Captain Sternhammer, I think his name was. There used to be rules for him. And then, of course, Archeon, right? Chaos. Games Day 04. Archeon on foot. We're giving away one of those. So, click the link. Go to the Google Doc. Find a blank space. Do not delete or move anybody's names around. Find a space, put your name in, you're entered. You have to be here to win. You have to be here. Gotta be here. Alrighty. And actually, you know what? You guys have been really good today. You guys haven't put any crazy crap in here. Usually you get a whole bunch of people putting bizarre shit in here. So I'm actually kind of glad you guys are kind of going easy on this. All right, we're jumping over to Instagram. If you want to be part of this little segment of the show, use the hashtag #WayOfTheBrush, and I will give your work a look-see on the Instagrams. Where am I here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, oh yeah, I saw these. Yeah, because I check my Instagram regularly, but I don't give it likes, especially if I see something with the hashtag #WayOfTheBrush. I save it for this segment of the show. So here are Kim's McFarlane's Space Wolves. So he's got an Intercessor and the Hellblaster, and he recently finished this Hellblaster. I really look at the significant change here. Sorry, I don't really mean to point this out, but on the Intercessor, see the little screen on his arm. On the Intercessor, you know, it looks like a screen. He painted it, but look at the refinement of transition of color on his Hellblaster. You know, I think the change in abilities obviously is apparent, right? Really a solid work, Kim. Really solid. I like your weathering as well. Believe it or not, your weathering is better on the Hellblaster than it is on the Intercessor. Not as any kind of disrespect to your painting previously, but again, it's a refinement in your abilities. Less of that orange-brown weathering on the guy on the right. More of the chipped armor look on the guy on the right. But yet you still have the oil streaks and rust streaks running down the figure. I like that it's less uniform. I know I've made that critique about your work previously, a few times. But yeah. No, like comparing the before and current, yeah, this is... I like this, your treatment of this fella on the right way better than your previous effort. Not to say your previous effort was bad, just I like you've gone a little bit more subtle, and it's a little clearer the direction of look and the appearance. And the buddy on the right feels very Space Wolfy because there's more. The eye sees more of that blue gray as opposed to the guy on the left. The guy on the left feels warmer by comparison because there's so much brown orange on him, right, from that rusted look, as opposed to the guy on the right. The guy on the right feels more Space Wolfy because it's chipped armor and the weathering's a little bit more subtle and it's not quite as huge, in my opinion. Yeah, look at this guy. Oh, give him a like. There we go. Yeah, see, I like your weathering here. And, it doesn't feel like chipping is, kind of just like everywhere. I can feel like there's some direction as to where it's going. But yeah, your transition on that screen on the arm, really fantastic. Oh, and the eyes too. Yeah, these eyes, really fantastic. Yeah, it's really good work. And you did it by what? Sponge? You did the sponge technique to achieve the chipped armor? Is that how you went about it? Yeah, that's really fantastic. Am I on the right screen? Yeah, I'm on the right screen. I didn't even check my screen to make sure I was on the right thing. No, that's really fantastic work, man. Oh wait, was I done the other previous one? Shit. There we go. Sorry, I clicked the wrong arrow. The Space Wolf, is that free-handed? The icon? Very cool. Yeah, it's really good. Me likey. So here's the helmet. I think this is probably beforehand. I'll give that a like. Before all the rust. I like it. It's nice and clean too. I like this too. I mean, you could have painted him and left him clean, and I think it would have looked great. Yeah, that's some really nice work on that screen there. That's a really good job. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's really good stuff. I like it. I know I've already said that, but I still really like it. You can't change my mind, Kim. I really like your work. Here we got Kevin Cabal. First ever miniature of Drizzt Do'Urden, produced by Rel Partha for TSR in 1988 as part of a box of notable characters from the Forgotten Realms, painted as a birthday gift for a friend. I read one of the novels of Drizzt. Yeah. I liked it. It was good. It was interesting. I can't remember what the hell the book was called, but yeah. It felt kind of like an origin story, so it might have been like maybe the first story about him. But anyway. That's really good. It's really good stuff. I like all the foliage, but I kind of liked how it looked without the foliage. Maybe a little less, you know? But, I mean, you know, I think this is all said and done now, so it's not like you can go back and rip all that out. But yeah. Did you do like a zenithal pre-shade? Is that what this is? Zenithal? Was that a plastic base or a metal base? Oh, he's even behind glass. Holy shit. Nice. Or was that a metal base? TSR models, from what I remember, they had all metal bases. I don't remember them being perfectly round like that. They usually were like ovals. That's really good stuff, though. I like that. I like you got the little progression through, too. Yeah, I don't think it needed all that foliage, but, you know, you do you. But yeah, nice work, though. Really nice work. Nice and clean. Oh, some asshole showing his work. Kim finished the Soulblight Gravelord zombies. Took me 3 evenings of painting to finish them all with building. Wow. And so here's his zombies from, what is it? Soulblight Gravelords? Say that 10 times fast. Oh yeah. These guys were in what, the Cursed City box, weren't they? These zombies. I take it they sell them separately now. Is that the deal? I have no idea. I pay attention sometimes. This photo actually looked kind of scary. If that background was a little bit different, this almost feels like, you know how like you're walking or you're driving on the road and the headlights. That's what this feels like. It feels like a scene out of a movie. All these zombies shambling by and you know, the car headlights are on them. It's an interesting photo. I'm just saying it's an interesting photo. Yeah. Very, very cool. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a Griffhound. Or did a Griffhound from Dominion. Is there a Griffhound in the Dominion box? Maybe I'll do mine. I'll do mine. Just over an hour paint job. Cool. I like it. I like the stripes. I like the treatment of them. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. A 1 hour paint job? Can't complain, right? Oh, some asshole working on this thing. Oh. Yeah, we already saw that one. Okay. So we're all caught up on the Instagrams. Cool. Very, very cool. Nice work, Kim and Kevin Cabal. Yeah, really nice work on the Drizzt. I like that you had the little case on them, too. That's pretty cool. So anyway, that's our Instagram portion. Where am I in these comments? I don't know. Where the hell am I? Yeah, a tiny bit less, yeah. Just a little bit, yeah. Kevin Cabal, built on a metal base. Added to it a bit. Yeah. No. Oh, you added to the metal base. Oh, okay. I thought maybe, because like he looked like, yeah, he looked like he was like separate from the base. What was it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Skip past it here. I passed it again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Where is it? Okay, so you just added to it. Oh, see, I thought you freed him. I thought you went through and cut him free. Oh, pretty clever. we painted the dirt. We ran out of floorboards, so we painted the dirt. Pretty clever. Yeah. Okay. I can see the hint of where it is. Yeah. Huh. Cool. I thought maybe you freed it from the metal base it came with. Very, very cool. Thank you for sending it. He came in on that little round bit. Yeah. Because from the photo it looked like it was metal, and I know a lot of the old school Rob Hartham models were either like on those ovals. I remember a few were on round kind of looking bases, but either way they were like cast right into the base, right? And so I remember I was converting one model. I think it was a baby dragon. It was one of the old baby dragons from Rel Partha, and I remember using my nippers to cut the base away. That was annoying. That's why when I when you get nostalgic about old metal miniatures and stuff like that, it's like, oh, I remember like trying to convert this shit and just. Axel, okay, truly had a great time. I'll leave for real now. Bye, everyone. Later, duder. Alrighty, so that was the Instagrams. So if you want me to have a look at or you want to share what you're working on, or whatever, just use the hashtag #WayTheBrush on Instagram. I mean, you could use it on other social medias, but on Instagram, this is the part where I do just this part. Okay. What time we at here? Comments. Okay, we're up on comments. We're up on the comments. And let's... Yeah, because we're already 2 hours OT. It's OT time. And we still got to do our draw. So we got to do our draw. Which means we're going to do an email. Gotta make sure. Yeah, okay. It's email time. Let's do stick with the classics. If you're wearing headphones, turn them up or down because here it comes. Email time. It's email time. Anyway, all right. This one's from our good buddy TH. Hi, Kris. I have finished my 14th Blood Bowl team and sent you the Crescent City Clerics. As always, they're based around NFL franchise. This time it is New Orleans Saints. For this team, I went with more of a color rush interpretation and dialed the gold way up, both to avoid overlapping with the other teams and make the nobles look even more posh and extravagant. You've seen work in progress of these before and mentioned that they could be confused with the Steelers. I did a test model for my Pittsburgh beaters. Pittsburgh beaters. That's a hilarious name. To make sure I didn't paint myself into a corner, and I think it'll be fine. See pic attached. The bodyguards got the green and purple of Mardi Gras on their helmets because if GW gives me models with flamboyant feather hats and parade uniforms, I'll paint a parade. And to Tybo. Is Tybo still a thing? Do people still do that aerobics? Tybo? Anybody remember that one? Anyway, on the whole thing, I gave the ogre a musketeer pimp hat. It's a pimp hat. The blitzers got heads from Puppet War and the thrower from Necromunda. Let me know what you think, and thanks for all the great content, TH. So let's have a look at... Ooh, look at these guys. Let me switch screens here. There we go. Oh, yeah. I get the Saints vibe, obviously with the white feathers and the black and gold. Yeah, with a little splash of white. It's kind of a cream color, though, right? Yeah. Because I'm looking at the socks, and the socks are more of like a beige. And you got it on some of the feathers on some of the other guys, but some of them, they have the pure white. But yeah, it is more of a beige, though, isn't it? Like a cream color. Bone. It's like bone. Yeah, speaking of which, I got to get my guys done. I haven't even assembled my humans yet. I've got the orcs assembled. I haven't gotten the humans assembled yet. I know. Yeah, these guys. Look at these guys. Oh, I like the buddy on the right. I really like buddy on the right. That's a Necromunda head? Yeah. That's cool. I dig it. Yeah, I like these guys. Yeah, they feel more saints, obviously, right? They feel more saints. I like the feathers. And yeah, it's very Mardi Gras. I think you probably could have even went with a slight metal shimmer or an interference paint on top of the feather to give it a bit of a shine. You know, just because those Mardi Gras beads tend to be, you know, like one color, but they have like that color interference on top, and they, you know, they have like a shininess and blah 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 blah. Right? Anyway. Yeah, it feels like Saints. It feels like Saints. Yeah, it doesn't feel like Steelers. It definitely does not feel like Steelers. Look at the hat on this guy. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's too funny. And ogres are funny anyway. Oh man. Really good painting though. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, like side by side, yeah, it doesn't feel like the Steelers scheme. It feels like the linemen, it almost feels like maybe a bit more black, but nah. Because they're all nobles, lean into the gold color rush. Yeah. What is it? What is it? The Gits Boys? Oh, I can't remember what the fucking name is. What is it? Oh shit. Gitzburg Beaters. That's a great name. It's a great name, by the way. It's a great name. Chemic Boy came on a little bit that round, yeah. David Brunfield, you cannot draw until you join. It has to be rigged. James Kent, the Saints themed Blood Bowl team should be halflings called the Stew and Beans Saints. The Stew and Beans Saints. The Stew and Beans Saints, yeah. That's another good one too. I mean, like you could take every team and paint them all up in every NFL franchise colors, right? I mean, you know, it all works. And I'm sure you can make all hilarious names. Doing orcs as Steelers, hilarious. Doing halflings as Steelers would be hilarious, right? Like, man, that's the fun. That's the fun of Blood Bowl, right? Like you can make them in any whatever NFL team that you want, right? Like that's the beauty of it. All right. Yeah, I think it's time to start wrapping this up. So, last time, link is in the chat. Click it. Takes you to Google Talk. Find an empty space to put your name in. Do not move any of the other names around. Find a space, because then I'll close the doc and fix it all up. We'll head over to random.org to draw. I click the button 3 times, and on the 3rd time, I accept the result and find that corresponding number with the name. And then, as long as you're here, you win. If it's a patron, you're already entered. Just the beauty of being a patron. And of course, yeah, I'll send it off. I'll contact you through Patreon. Of course, you have to be a current patron. We ran into that last episode. Yeah, but anyway, so what we're giving away is, you know what? Because we're down to the last 2 blisters, I'll let the winner pick, regardless if it's a patron or, you know, some random person. some rando. Anyway, giving away classic Games Day model from 03 Space Wolf Wolf Priest Sternhammer. Giving one of these away, or Archeon on foot from way back in the day. This was Games Day 04. Archeon on foot. So, winner gets to pick. Winner gets to decide which blister pack they want. So, click the link, put your name in, find a space to put your name in. Do not move anybody's names around, because you'll piss me off, and if I find it's you, I'll boot you out. I have spoken. David Runfro, everyone move their name down. Make Kris scroll like 1600 in a row. Yeah, don't do that. Please don't do that. Please, 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 please. Don't move any names around. I told you. I'm watching you. I can see you. Anonymous Armadillo. Anonymous. Fuck. Chris Galloway, we getting an Excel spreadsheet tutorial this time? You might, because I got to arrange it. Once I close this down, I got to arrange it. Firedrake 18, just don't mispronounce my name like you've done on previous drawings. I'll try not to. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a few more moments. I'm going to quickly just clean up some of my windows here and get rid of my Instagram. Probably should leave the Games Workshop one up because Kris is probably buying this. The shame of it. The shame. There's no shame. You know, I enjoy my toys. And you know, I can make videos from it. I can talk about it. I can repaint it. Probably, the plan is to repaint it. And in fact, I could probably put one of my head swaps in there too. Or find a new head. I should find one for my McFarlane Marine as well. I only have the one McFarlane Marine. I would like to get the Intercessor. I'd also like to get the close combat one. The one that came with the pistol and the sword. Because Mr. Gim was kind enough to send me a Power Fist that fits the McFarlane Marine. I also have a sword as well. And yeah, I've been meaning to do some videos with those as well. So yeah, I was thinking about it. Only so much time in the day to get to the little projects that I want to get to, which is why I've been doing more live streaming, because that way I can make sure that I'm always working on my stuff, and I might as well just generate videos from it and live stream and talk with you guys, and you know what I mean. So yeah, that's been really the whole point. All right, I think I've given you guys enough time. I am closing the document. It is closed. So if you were halfway through putting your name in, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. All right. Now, really fast, I am going to, well, not really fast, but I'm going to move my mic here, but I'm going to get rid of some of these cells. So shift up, shift up, delete cell, shift up, delete cell, shift up. This is going to take me a moment here, kids. Talk amongst yourselves. Smoke them if you got them. Shift up. I like when I got two cells. That way I can just, you know, carefully remove. Anyway. Oops, wrong cell. No, not insert. Can make a joke there somewhere, I'm sure. So remember, you got to be here to win. Unless you're a patron, you don't have to be here. But you got to respond to my messages. You got to respond to my messages. At least, for God's sakes, man. If I send you a message, the least you could do is send a response back. No, everybody's been pretty good. I'm just joking. I'm making jokes. That's what I do once in a while. I didn't say they were good jokes, but I do make jokes. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't even pull up fucking random donor random.org yet. Son of a bitch. Oh, all this effort. All right. I don't know why when you do it a certain way and then you click and then it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. You click it and then it like rearranges where it was in the hierarchy of like the drop down menu. Like, what the F? What the actual F? Man. There we go. Okay. We got our list. How many we got here? We got 84. Got 84. Head over to random.org. All right. Let me move window here. Let's move the window. Let's do this screen. No, this screen. Yeah, that's a better screen. What did I say? 84? Right? Is that what I said? 84? 84. Okay, here we go. So we're going to click it 3 times. You ready? We watching? Okay. 1, 2, 3. 75. Who is 75? 75 is a Shiro. Winner, winner. Winner, winner. And Ashiro, I know, is a patron because I've talked with Ashiro before. Ashiro. Anyway, so I'm gonna let Ashiro decide what blister pack he wants, and yeah. So congratulations to Ashiro. Yeah. For winning. Your winner. Winner, winner. Chicken lunch? Fire Drake. Anyone see those awful GW plush Nurglings? Awful. Awful. Heresy. That's heresy. Now, mind you, I mean, are they exactly what I wanted? No. They are not exactly what I wanted. Will I get one? Yes, I'll get one. G-Dub's going to get a little bit more money out of me. But yeah. So. I would love to have like a whole bunch. Just a whole bunch of them. But I would like it more if they came in different poses and, you know, slightly different colors and, you know what I mean? Just more imps. I mean, like, you could make an entire product line of about, probably, I would say, what, 5 to 6. 5 to 6 variations on a Nurgling. You could sell them all. And people would buy them all. People would buy them all. Because people would make big plush mounds of, you know, Nurgling swarms of them and stuff. I would love to do that. I would love to just have the entire floor covered in Nurglings. And I could roll around in Nurglings. Because reasons. Nathaniel, does anyone know if the unpainted McFarlane Primaris model is primed, ready to paint, or does it need preparations? It needs preparations. The artist proofs? Yeah. Those are what you're talking about. The McFarlane artist proof Primaris? Yeah. They're just bare plastic. It's not a primer as far as I could tell. I sanded it and bladed it and doesn't change color, doesn't feel like layers coming off or anything like that. So no, it's not primed. And yeah, you gotta prime it. I would recommend regular old primers. You know, I mean, you can paint these things in pretty much anything you want, but like the material is soft. Like see how squishy that is? It's solid, but yeah, and it's heavy. They're heavy as hell, but they're really cool. I like them, and they got good detail. There's a bit of a slight texture on them, but you know, whatever. But yeah. David Brunfeld. Ashiro really is really Kris by another name. He won. The giveaway is rigged. Fire Drake. Ashiro is my alias. Just shipped to Fire Drake. No, unfortunately I can't because I know Ashiro, not personally, but I've talked with him a few times, and yeah. And he's been in here plenty of times, but yeah. Anyway. So congratulations, Shiro. I'll send you a message on Patreon. You tell me which blister pack you want, and I'll send that off to you. Any other comments here? No? Everybody's all tuckered out? Well, we've gone with, what, 31 minutes OT? Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. No parting words of wisdom from anybody? Nothing? Nobody? Speak now, forever hold your peace. David Brunfeld, that's even better. Yeah, at Fire Jack, yeah. Me people, don't eat yellow snow. There you go. Me people, you heard it here. Don't eat yellow snow. It's like, don't piss in the wind. Or, I don't know, don't eat bubblegum from under a table. I've got nothing else. That's it. So if you're brand new to this hobby, you want to share what you're working on, maybe your commission painting service, you want to, drum up some exposure, whatever your reasons, send your emails to Kris@wayofthebrush.com. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites because it won't do it. It's in the description below as well as a link to wayofthebrush.com. Central hub of all this has links to all the social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there 24/7. And, only one rule. Don't be a dick. That's it. It's the only rule in the Discord. Don't be a dick. Pretty wide open. So pretty much I can kick anybody and just say, you're a dick, and kick them. But, I think we all know. Don't be a dick, right? I think we all know what that means. Don't be a dick. Pretty simple, right? But it's wide open, so I can pretty much, kick anybody for pretty much any offense. I have yet to really kick anybody for bullshit reasons. Everybody who has gotten kicked from the server earned it. They earned it. It's only like a handful of people. Like less than a handful. What's less than a handful? A fingerful? Ooh, that sounds wrong. But right. But wrong. But it sounds right. But it's wrong. Right. Also at wayofthebrush.com, you'll find a link for t-shirts. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it down below. T-shirts. Want to look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world? They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at wayofthebrush.com. And of course, you'll find a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do, which is educate, inform, and possibly entertain. So huge thank you to all my patrons for your support. Continued support. And for anybody in the future, there are various tiers of support. Click whatever makes sense to you. There are various perks associated with those tiers. So, again, a huge thank you to everybody who does. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, all that stuff. Just smash keyboard. See video, smash keyboard. And, you're helping me out a great deal. And all it takes is a couple clicks of a button, and you're helping me out. And a huge thank you to everybody who does. Speaking of thank yous, much thank you to Carl, Guy Meir Alfer, Beer and Blood Bowl YouTube channel. Check it out. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time to create the email jingles that play before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. So always much love to my baby brother Evan for being just an awesome guy. Just being awesome. That, you know what? Like, realistic. Like, I must hold myself in high regard, right? If I'm just like, you know what? Thank you for being awesome. That means a lot. Coming from me, saying thank you to you. The ego, right? It's just like, oh man, the ego. Like, really, dude? Really? People should just bend over fucking backwards for you, bud? Like, come on, Anyway. If you're into rare comics, EB Comics, it's in the description below. If you're into rare comics, if you're not into rare comics, then don't click it, right? Don't click it. For God's sakes, don't click it. You know what? Don't even click the link. You don't know where it's going to take you. You don't know. How can you know? You don't. You don't know. Oh, man. Fire Drake 18. Lastly, wearing a Way the Brush t-shirt will get you laid. Right, exactly. That's it. Fire Drake. You nailed it right on the head. Wearing one of these shirts, guaranteed, not actual guarantee, will get you laid. All right, I can't really talk anymore. Crap. I'll see you guys later. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys later. I will. Maybe. Well, no, I'll see you guys on Twitch. Because if you follow me on Twitch, I've been streaming a lot more, so yeah. More streams. Streams everywhere. Streams for everyone. That sounds like the wrong kind of message.